now. We've heard allegations from Travis Dunraj, who is not some rookie, some kid. We've heard allegations from your former employee that CBC was not balanced and is not fair and objective. How do you address that severe criticism? What do you say to that?
Well, I say that we strive to be balanced. Are we always, every minute of every day managing that? It's impossible to do that on every minute. But overall, we are striving to be balanced. Now, Mr. Dunraj is talking about his own experience. And again, I said that I wasn't able to comment on that. But we are aware that it's something that we need to work at all the time.
Why do you think you need to work at it all the time? Do you sense that there's not the balance that you would like?
It's very difficult to measure output. It's easier to measure the perception, and we do measure perception. Now, overall, the perception of balance is still very much measured around Canadians, but there are areas where we see that the numbers are a little lower. And those numbers that we get from the surveys that we conduct about the perception of balance, I think is a function of the fact that maybe we're not present enough in those locations. So I'm tying it into the local service,
right,
as a way to create that sense of inclusion, of reflection, that then draws into balance.
This is particular to Alberta. I believe you've had surveys that indicate that Albertans are not your biggest fans.
Well, again, paradox, because radio is very successful, but Alberta and Saskatchewan are areas where we need to invest.
Why do you think people in Saskatchewan and Alberta don't trust the CBC or feel that they're not balanced?
Well, I wouldn't say people in general don't trust, because that's not what the evidence or the surveys reveal. That the level of trust is not as high as we would like, but it is still majority of people who trust CBC.
Could you extrapolate a little bit the level of trust? So what don't they trust? What is that?
Well, that the survey doesn't tell me exactly why their sentiment is what it is. They answer the question.
Not a very good survey, then.
I'm sorry?
Not a very good survey. Aren't you trying to gauge trust and balance? Is premier, as a journalist, of course, longtime journalist, that's the premier thing that you want to achieve, right?
Well, you get a sense of that when you are in the field with the people, and that's when you are boots on the ground reporting that what's going on in the community, what are the preoccupations. I think that's how you enhance the sense of inclusion and the sense of trust.
Okay, I think that's a little vague, but as far as balance goes, I'm wondering if you would agree to table the last 5 Conservative voices that were on CBC News over the last 2 weeks. You were asked that previously, and we'd like to have it before the committee, provided no later than October 30th. Is that fair?
I'm assuming that's possible.
Okay, so you'll do that. There's an organization called All Sides Media. It looks at media bias. So here's an example of how they rated these media outlets. They rated The Atlantic, The Guardian, and The Huffington Post as left-wing media. They gave centrist ratings to Reuters, Christian Science Monitor, Forbes magazine, Wall Street Journal. Right-of-center media, they listed Fox News, National Review, and Epoch Times. Do those sound about where they should be? Would you agree with that list?
Well, I've seen those kinds of surveys, and it sounds about what I've seen from those surveys.
Okay, so